A lot of international physiotherapists and occupational therapists or healthcare workers actually think that the HCPC is rejecting them because they are not qualified enough. That is not actually true. Most applications are delayed because applicants do not really understand what HCPC is actually looking for. And this is why I'm doing this video. So in this video, I'll show you the biggest mistakes international healthcare professionals make while they're doing their HCPC application and what you need to do to get approved faster and with more confidence. The most important thing that I really want to share in this video is that you really need to understand what HCPC is really assessing before you even make your application. HCPC is not assessing your country. They're not assessing your hospital, your popularity. What they're actually looking for is the standards of proficiency, your clinical reasoning, that you are an autonomous practitioner, and that you can make safe decisions for your patients. This is exactly what the HCPC is looking for, that you have all the skills necessary to be an independent and qualified professional in the United Kingdom. A lot of applications are flagged up for some various reasons. Some of these reasons include plagiarism, or even some people are not taking time to show that they have the professional judgment to do the jobs as the professional that they claim to be. For example, if you're a physiotherapist, if you just say, I treat musculoskeletal patients, that's not really enough to help you in your application. What you really need to say is that as an independent autonomous physiotherapist, I assessed musculoskeletal patients, and from my assessment, I was able to provide a treatment plan and also to modify the treatment depending on my clinical findings or my clinical reasoning. So that exactly shows them that you know what you're talking about. Speak the language that the HCPC understand. Use words like, I'm an autonomous practitioner, I'm able to complete risk assessments. Show how you do clinical reasoning of treating a patient. Also show evidence that you use research or evidence-based practice. Make sure you also explain or show how you've worked with a multidisciplinary team. Show that you have patient-centered practice, or that you can care for each patient as an individual. So a lot of applicants have experience and the qualifications, but they're not actually describing it properly in the way that HCPC can understand that you are the professional that you claim that you are. HCPC map everything to their standards. For every placement that you've done, every job that you've done, make sure you look at that job, the description, and see how it exactly matches the standards in the HCPC, so that you can show properly that you are matching the standards of the HCPC. This is very, very key and critical to the success of your application. Think like you're an assessor. If I was reviewing this application, would I really understand my professional responsibilities and decision making? Make it easy for the assessors to know that you actually know what you're talking about and that you are showing that you qualify for the profession or demonstrate that you have the skills that you're claiming that you have. I've seen a lot of applicants with years of experience. They receive scrutiny tests or requests because they focused on just listing rather than demonstrating how they meet the standards of proficiency. I've also seen people with less experience, but just because they're able to describe and demonstrate that they meet the standards of proficiency, they are able to get their HCPC registration very, very quickly without any complications. So if you're working on your HCPC application and you want some guidance on how to align your experience with HCPC expectations, I can support and guide you with that. I've put a link in the description box of this video where you can actually click and book a session with me so that I can support you to really, really map this document properly so that you can get your professional registration in the fastest and shortest possible times. Remember that the HCPC is not looking for the most experienced applicants. They're looking for the evidence that you can practice safely as a professional, independently, and also professionally, using your clinical skills, clinical reasoning skills, and the best evidence for treating patients. If this video has been very helpful to you, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe, and also share out to anybody that you feel might really benefit from this video. I hope to see you in my next video, or maybe follow the link to click and book a session with me so I can support you with completing your Standards of Proficiency or HCPC registration. Have a great day. Grace.